It all started with a small immigrant family. That's me, Alex Danieluk. And that's my mom and dad, Mr. and Mrs. Danieluk. We left Ukraine in search of a new life.
Welcome to Canada.
Thank you.
We couldn't afford to live in the city, so we ended up in London, Ontario. Of course, like most hopeful immigrants, we found ourselves a house that we couldn't actually pay for, so things got worse. Mom and Dad started arguing a lot more. But eventually, a Russian friend of the family helped Mom get a job as a bookkeeper's assistant at a bank.
Please leave a message.
Mr. and Mrs. Danieluk, we're calling about your overdue payments on your line of credit, so please give us a call.
Don't touch anything.
But Dad wasn't of much use. He tried, but people didn't trust him. So we basically lived on welfare. Everything my mom earned went to pay off the mortgage. I didn't have any friends to play with or socialize with, except my mom's computer, and to be honest, we got along very well. I'm talking internet, video games, forums, chat rooms with random strangers, all sorts of sites, easy access to information, and infinite possibilities. It was this that made me want to go to college. I wanted to follow in the footsteps of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and one day change the world for the better. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I learned early on that I needed to save up money for school myself. My very first dollars. My job was being a clicker. I'd build up traffic to sites by changing my IP address and visiting the same site over and over again. It was boring, but it was easy money. For every 1,000 clicks, I made $20. It wasn't a lot, but all big things have small beginnings. Time went by, and I wanted to learn more about how the world worked, especially the money world. The internet was full of ideas and opinions about the banking system, the financial crisis, the vulnerability of the system, and about the need for change. But some things just never changed.
Если у тебя кто-то есть, то мне так и скажи.
Когда решил сюда приехать и перевести нас.
Мы сюда...
So that's how I grew up. As you can see, it wasn't a fairy tale, but I was hoping that would change.
Just a coffee, please.
Yesterday, a cyber attack was perpetrated on a number of government sites and banks. Responsibility for this attack was claimed by Dark Web, an online criminal organization headed by a hacker named Zed. Now, he is considered to be an international criminal implicated in dozens of cases around the world. Now, this video was uploaded claiming that responsibility.
We are Dark Web. We will not stand by the mob slave masters to control our lives.
We will fight back. We will bring them down. This is just the beginning.
And in other news, the stock market has been unstable due to these attacks.
Mom, I'm home. Mom? Mom. Hey. What's wrong? What's wrong, huh?
Okay, no, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I got no job.
Bank owes the mortgage, and now they know that I'm unemployed and I can't pay monthly bills. We will lose the house.
Okay. Well, what did Dad say?
Dad, he's asleep.
Okay, Mom.
What is this?
This is money. All right, this will last you for a few months, and then after that I can get more.
Where did you get this? Did you steal it?
No, I didn't steal it. I've been saving up for college.
But how? You never told us, and where did you get this?
That doesn't matter. What matters is we're not gonna lose the house. Okay?
I can't take it. You need to pay for school.
Mom, please. Okay, I'm an adult. Okay, I can get a job. I can make this back. Please take it.
What were I supposed to say to Dad?
Tell him the truth.
Thoughts were rushing through my head. Why? For what? I hated the bank that fired my mom. Even if the bank had 100 reasons, I still fucking hated them. I spent years saving up that money. I put down a deposit for school, and now I risked losing everything. I had to start over. And I didn't have years to spend. I needed something faster, but the internet was just full of scams. And then I remembered something. Dark Web was this online hacker group was getting a lot of news at the time, and I was surprised that their site hadn't been shut down. It all seemed kind of simple at first. I just needed to make an account and sign up. But real access wasn't given out so easily.
Soldier.
They told me to do something illegal, like stealing a person's credit card number, and that was how they verified the rookies. To me, this seemed simple, but I needed a victim, and I had an idea. There was this one guy at school who really had it coming, Randy Bickle.
Maybe next time watch where you're going.
What's your problem, man?
Did you just say to me Dostoevsky?
I said, why don't you pick on somebody your own size, huh?
You wanna go? Huh? You wanna go? Huh? Huh? Yeah, next time, asshole.
What a dumbass. I built a pretty simple site that sold fake supplements, and Randy fell for it. He used his dad's credit card, and it had a lot of money on it.
Dad? Can I use your credit card?
Yes. I leaked the information to Dark Web, and before I knew it, one of their guys was communicating with me. This guy who called himself Roosevelt gave me low-level access. In reality, it was more of a job. Black market trading. His prices were much lower than market value, and this made it easy to find buyers. First time around, he sent me a couple of powerful gaming laptops, and I just had to sell them. So I went on Craigslist and found a buyer. This guy was a small-town gamer who liked to play for money. But I didn't care who he was. Most importantly, he had the cash that I needed. I'd never made this much money at once. I sent Roosevelt his cut and bought myself a new laptop. In other words, I was in business. And I liked it. A lot. Roosevelt kept sending me things, and I kept selling them and making the money that I needed. The products were always something simple. Phones, jewelry, watches, laptops. Easy to carry, easy money. But there were other ways of making money, too. Forums had kept a list of vulnerable online shopping sites, and they were easy to break into. I didn't want to cross that line, but these companies had insurance, so there really wasn't too much damage. I pulled a few hundred credit cards and sold them on Dark Web. I would have used these cards myself, but I needed fake IDs to match them, so I was happy to get whatever I could for them. It took me 4 years to save up 30 grand. This time I did it in 4 weeks. And now I was ready.
call you guys when I get there.
Be careful.
All right. And, I'm gonna be sending you guys money every month, so spend some time together. Look after each other.
I left my parents behind and took the bus to the big city. I wasn't sure if I'd made the right decision, but it was too late to go back. It was pretty cool to move to Toronto. Everything was bigger.
Welcome to your new home, Mr. Sawyer. The building has 24-hour security, has a shared rooftop. There's a loading dock around the back. You've got all brand new stainless steel appliances, floor-to-ceiling windows. The neighborhood is absolutely up and coming. There's not much more you could get. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, how do I connect to the internet?
Unfortunately, my payment was late, and the university said I could only start in January. That meant I needed money to live. I'd made enough money for Roosevelt that he increased my access on dark web. I could now buy credit card numbers and fake IDs and use them for online shopping.
I'm expecting a package.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, let me check it out. Yeah, that should be it. Just sign right there. Sure. And there we go, Mr. Munchausen.
Thank you. You take me to Chinatown?
But things weren't so simple. I couldn't use Craigslist to find buyers in the city, too many cops and fakes, so I tried my luck with a few pawn shops and jewelry stores.
You speak English, yeah? I have watches. Okay? I want to sell them. Do you want to buy them? Look, these are real watches, okay? This costs $15,000. Okay, I sell for 10.
1,000?
Yes. What's that?
No. Look. See, these are real watch too, okay? I sell these to you for $200.
There's 3 watches.
Nói dần á.
10.
Quay đâu đi được. Wait, nó đi bên đâu à?
can I do for you? It says here you purchased these 3 days ago. How come you're selling them?
I just didn't want them anymore.
So return them.
I can't. I lost the card that I used to purchase them, so...
Well, wait for a replacement card. I mean, surely it's worth the wait rather than losing money on the resale.
Do you want to buy them or do you not?
Okay. Mr. Munchausen, we're gonna need 2 pieces of ID and a proof of address. Bank statement is fine. And we're gonna get you to sign a form stating that these were not stolen, at which point we'll review your application. If everything checks out, then you can come back and we'll make the purchase.
But you can't just buy them now? I can drop the price by another $1,000.
We're gonna have to follow protocol.
Don't worry about it. I'll keep them for now.
Sure.
You having a rough day?
Sorry, do I know you?
Cy. Hey, I just want to talk to you about your watches. Well, no. I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. You might want to buy your watches.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
What? If it'll help, I'll give you $5 grand for all of them.
I'm not an idiot. 30 grand.
7.
30 grand.
Okay, I tell you what. I go in there, I sell them for at least $30,000. I take 30% off the top.
Right, but you got the money today, huh? Otherwise
you take your watches and go. Hey, look, the watches are stolen anyway, right? So what do you got to lose?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa. Wait. I go in alone, all right? Hey, Christopher, look who it is. How you doing, buddy boy?
What the hell? Oh, you dick!
That's rude. Come on, walk with me.
What happened back there?
What? Did exactly what I said I was gonna do. I went in there. Yeah, I went out the back door. Here.
You didn't tell me you were gonna go out the back door. What's this?
$24,500 in very dirty 20s.
What?
Well, it would have taken a while to get 50s and 100s.
But you sold my watches for $35,000?
Receipts in the bag. See, now you don't strike me as some student who has very expensive taste in watches, and you don't seem like a thief, so I'm thinking to myself, who is this kid?
How'd you do that so fast?
I'll tell you. You tell me how you got those watches. Hey, don't worry. It's all in there. I promise.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was how I met Cy.
Now, you want to approach every buyer differently. I know that sounds simple, but it is important because you say the wrong thing, you could lose credibility. You know, you could get blacklisted real quick. You don't want to do that. You're still working in these conditions, eh? I mean, it takes a lot of strength to do what you guys do. You should give yourselves a pat on the back. You guys are troopers. And you know who else shares my opinion? Your wives, your parents, your sons and daughters. And I think that you should be able to call them. I ever use one of these? But if you can put yourself in the shoes of the buyer, you're gold. Thank you very much.
You're under arrest.
And then there are also people, you know, sometimes people in high places that you don't think are on the market, and they're not until you find them something they like. What we have for you, gentlemen? Nothing short of extraordinary.
So we got monochrome LCD display, USB interface, 20 megabytes of built-in memory. It's got an electronic compass. More importantly, your friends will be really impressed as to how you actually got your hands on them. So,
Who did you steal from this time?
Yeah, I didn't steal them, Tommy. I know somebody that works for the watch company. Get them for a good price.
How many have you got?
2 for you, 8 for your friends.
Yeah, we'll take them.
Now then there's your long-time buyer. Now you always gotta make them happy. You gotta keep bringing them stuff because trust is the most important commodity in this business, all right? It takes a long time to build, but you could lose it just like that.
What's up? Oh, hey, I'm Chris, by the way.
Hi.
So what can I do for you?
Go.
In just a couple months, we made about 60 grand. I sent some money to my parents and saved the rest. And now I guess it was time to finally go to school.
The criminal mastermind behind last night's cyber attack on the World Bank has claimed responsibility for what he calls an act of justice. Now, no money was touched, but authorities say the breach in security was substantial.
The banks of this world have enslaved their citizens and then quietly stand back and let the people suffer under the weight of their debts. That is not the fault of the people. It is the manufacturers of the bank. A drug addict makes a mistake, but the drug dealer commits the crime. Banks and bankers, watch your backs. Dark web is coming after you.
I thought about these words and realized that university life wasn't for me.
Hey, if you haven't bought your books yet, it'll save you a few bucks.
So I called up Cy and asked him for help with another job. I told him I wanted to try something bigger, something that dark web was known for. Forums had a blacklist of corrupt bankers who were going to get punished. But we needed to get into their wallets because their online information was highly protected.
Hey, sweet. I think I got some friends that could help. You know, I'm sure it'll surprise you, but the single most important people that I get to know, people in the service industry. Anybody that knows anybody, right? Those are the people who are going to help you get to the people that are staying there at the hotel or at the restaurant. These are the people that you need to know.
Like I said, these bankers were all corrupt. Dark web wanted to punish them, so I wanted to pitch in to fight for the cause. Nobody knew that I was doing it, and that was the point. We were anonymous.
I just got another one. I'm gonna send it to you.
Nice. And of course, I couldn't have done it without Cy. He knew a lot of people in a lot of different places.
Hey, Chavez, how you doing, man? Oh, Robin, come to me, you saucy little minx, you. Mwah. Mwah. Where have you been all my life?
Well, you never come around anymore. Thought you started playing for the other team.
Oh, very funny. Robin, this is my friend Alex. Alex has never been to a strip club before.
You're not missing anything, sweetie.
So remember that fat cat banker I was talking to you about?
Yeah. He comes in here all the time. So no problem. I'll get one of the girls to work him. So I have something else for you. This guy comes in last night. He's with a bunch of people. They're throwing money around. I think he was Colombian. Anyways, everything was fine. The girls were making money. But then he tried to force himself on one of the girls. So I stepped in. Anyways, he left his card here. None of us were so keen on giving it back to him. So there you go.
Holy shit, that's an infinity.
What does that mean?
It means it's got a shitload of money on it. We can use it at stores.
Knock yourselves out, boys.
Wait, how much money you want for it?
Nothing. It's a gift. Just make sure you punish that asshole.
I love you. I love her. What?
We can't take money off that card. It's too dangerous.
What are you talking about? I wasn't even... All right, look, man, it is easy money. You said so yourself. It's got a shit ton of money on it, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, well, you know, so what's $20,000, $30,000 to this guy, huh? So we'll just, you know, get a fake ID, put on a disguise, go to the bank, boom. And then we will never touch it again. I promise. I should be the one going in there. I look way more Colombian than you do.
Don't stress me out, man. Come on.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe this isn't a good idea. What if the guy already reported the card stolen?
I'm already checking.
What? What are you doing?
I'm using the card to buy a song. It only costs 99 cents, but if it works, it means we know the card's still working. Okay, done. It works.
All right. You sure you want to do this? All right. Now you got to be confident, all right? Don't mess with your clothes and just act like you belong, all right?
Okay.
And this rental was really expensive, so you better make it worth it.
I got it. I got it.
All right. No pressure.
What happened? Relax, we're in the money.
So I love to party, but that wasn't really my thing. It only made me wonder what the hell I was doing with my life. And then I found something very interesting. The bank that fired my mom and owned the mortgage on our house ended up on the vulnerable list. I remembered my mom's tears, and I wanted to find a way to kick them in the balls. They'd never know it's me, but again, that was the point.
Hey, Si, you think you could help me with a job? I want to cause a little chaos in the bank, and I want to do something that'll disrupt their system, stall them for weeks. Something that'll make them close their doors.
Sounds good, but I don't get it. Where are we making our money?
Well, it's not always about the money, Si. Right? This time it's about payback.
What do you need me to do?
Well...
Good. Confidence. Not too confident.
Yeah.
Remember, confidence.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go into the bank and pretend to be a new client. I've already been inside, so I know where I need to sit. Just before lunch, I'll go in as though I'm asking for a loan. The only thing is I need to chat up this banker girl. And that's where you come in.
Hi. can I help you?
Can you do a British accent?
Probably.
If you can, do a British accent.
Why?
Chicks love it. She'll fall for it on the spot.
You sure?
Works every time, mate.
I'd like to inquire about a loan for a small business.
Oh, okay, so that would be a commercial loan?
Yes.
Do you have an account with us already?
No.
Okay, so we have a couple of different products I can talk to you about. So why don't I get some basic information from you?
No, I just noticed you have the most beautifully symmetrical facial features. It's really, you'd be great in movies.
Oh.
You know, I have a director friend who would be happy to audition you for his next film.
Oh.
It just crossed my mind, you know.
Okay, can I get your name?
Sure, yeah. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
No. I really have a lot of pens. Sorry.
That's fine. Why don't I try to open an account for you?
Sure.
Just type the date in. Sure. Oh, that's strange. Oh, that's weird. But there seems to be a problem.
Something wrong?
There's a problem here.
Well, that is strange. Don't know what that's all about. Looks like it's lunchtime for you, so I can go and I can come back later.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Good luck.
Carol, there's something wrong.
And then, once I'm done, I'm gonna quietly walk out of the bank and head to the car. And no one will suspect a thing.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Fuck.
Excuse me, can you come with us?
What's wrong?
We have a small security issue.
Oh, it's terrible. What kind of security issue?
It won't take very long. Please, come with us.
Hey! Hey! Excuse me! Excuse me, officer!
Alex Ed Sy. I appreciate your patience. I'm head of security at this bank. Oh, actually, Sy, you can leave. Thank you.
I think I'm going to stay with my friend.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Sy, it's okay. I got this.
Oh. It's a pretty cool little thing you got here. Did you make it yourself?
I'm not saying anything without a lawyer.
Well, first of all, you don't have a lawyer, and you can't afford one. Secondly, I'm not the police, so you can open right up with me. Did you make this yourself?
I wrote the software.
Ah, not bad for a young kid. Where'd you get it?
Online.
Where online? We're going to charge you with breaking and entering, cyber terrorism, and conspiracy to commit credit card fraud on the federal level. You're looking at 5 to 10 years in prison, and you will not be allowed to touch another computer again for the rest of your life. I mean, of course, unless you want to tell me where you bought this. Fine. Then I will call the police.
Hey, sir, can I ask your name?
Curtis, yeah.
Is that your first or your last name?
Both.
Okay, Mr. Curtis, can you put the phone down for a second, please?
You have exactly 1 minute.
Look, this was just a prank, okay? I wasn't trying to steal anything. Your security system is awful. Firewall's outdated. The software that I created was able to put a virus in the system very easily. I mean, it doesn't look good for you that an 18-year-old was able to break into the bank and steal all this information. I mean, a bank like this should be more secure.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm suggesting is